This is Wrestle Theme Reviews with Corncheck and File 91E.
Welcome everyone to Wrestle Theme Reviews. I am Corncheck.
And I'm File 91E.
This week, like every week, we're going to take 3 themes from the world of professional wrestling, rate them and give them a score from 1 to 10.
We've had a couple 10s, but we haven't had that 1 yet.
No.
We're waiting for that TL Hopper. Mentioned it. Thank you very much.
And it's been a couple weeks.
Yeah, well, he's funny thing about TL Hopper, you were telling me.
I just watched the shoot interview with the dirty white boy, Tony Anthony. Now, he was a very prominent wrestler in the South and in the Mid-South area territories of the 80s. But you know him better as
Powder Keg, that's right.
It was not Powder Keg.
WCW versus NWO.
No, it was not Powder Keg. It was TL Hopper. Boom, 2 times in one.
Boom!
But it was funny to see him talk about. And all WWE asked him flat out was, "What did you do, or what did your parents do?" And he just said, "My dad was a plumber," and there it was. That's how TL Hopper was born. But
and ate that Snickers bar.
Not the greatest shoot interview I ever watched, but it was interesting. He's a guy I didn't know too much about, but I'm definitely a fan. They need a figure now of TL Hopper.
They need to. If they can do a Bastion Booger, they can do a TL
Exactly.
Hopper.
Still need that.
With the accessory.
It needs a plunger, and it needs that turd from SummerSlam.
They need the turd right there. That would be awesome. If they can do the splotch for Dusty Rhodes, they can give the turd.
They can give the turd for TL Hopper as an accessory.
Nice.
You want to?
I'll hit the button with Conan.
That was Oz's theme.
Was that what it was?
That was Oz's first theme.
I've heard of Oz, seen the gimmick Kevin Nash in WCW. It was one of his first gimmicks.
It was the first WCW Kevin Nash
He's
gimmick.
tall, so we'll put him in a mask with a beard, then he'll take the mask off and the beard off of me.
And he just wrestled. He just wrestled in basically Kevin Nash attire when he was actually in the ring. But the entrance took like 3 minutes of time. I guess Turner
had a monkey.
Turner owns.
That's what it was. Well, that's what it was. Turner had recently bought the rights to the Wizard of Oz, and they were like, "We gotta do an Oz gimmick. We gotta do an Oz gimmick."
He came out with the Wizard as his manager.
Came out with everything.
And his name was Oz, and it's stupid. How? I mean, it doesn't even work.
It's a wrestling gimmick.
Yeah, but it's so bad just because Oz is the place. I mean, so literally he's supposed to be Oz. That's where Dorothy and Toto went. They were on Kevin Nash.
All the King's horses and all the King's men.
Can't put you back together because I am the champion.
Exactly. See, that's a wrestling theme lyric.
God.
That is a wrestling
episode
theme
1?
gimmick. It doesn't make any sense.
Wrestle Theme Review episode 1.
Watch that.
Theme,
Check that.
If you didn't know that. But anyway, it's nothing. What are you giving Oz's theme? This entrance took 5 minutes. It's longer than The Undertaker's entrance.
Not a 2 because it actually has some sort of musicality to it. I'm giving it a 3. Exactly a 3.
Was it Chariots of Fire or something?
Chariots of Fire.
The name?
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's production. I just have the name of it, Chariots of Fire. But anyway, I have
just
nothing
hit the
else to say
button
about
so we
Oz.
can just move on.
Oh man.
Don't treat me like a woman. Don't treat me like a man. Don't treat me like you know me. Treat me for just who and what I am. Don't treat me like a woman. Don't treat me like a man. Don't treat me like you know me. Just treat me for who and what I am. Don't treat me like a woman. Don't treat me like a man. Don't treat me like you know me.
was Chyna's theme in the WWF days, and yeah, that was pretty much her main theme.
Yeah, she used Triple H's theme after they broke up for a brief period of time as her singles theme, but this was her actual. This is the theme. If you're gonna give Chyna a theme, this is it.
What were you doing?
That was the Canon. That
yeah.
I should have gotten the SNES, Super Scope out in order to really do it. But man,
You ever wonder if she actually just got I just went postal on everybody and started
That's what they
shooting
should
into
have
the
done.
crowd?
God, not to do with Chyna, but I always remember that WrestleMania with Shawn Michaels going down the ramp and he kept shooting the things off and they just two or three of them didn't work.
That,
Couldn't get the darn confetti cannon.
Oh, confetti man!
But anyway, Chyna,
Great wrestler, good pioneer for women's wrestling in WWE.
Too bad, too bad WWE has. Yeah, that was it.
But that's like she really paved the way for women's wrestling in WWE. And then Sable really kept it with the sexuality and stuff
before.
like that. But Chyna just took it to a whole other level. Just again in WWE, there has been women's wrestling everywhere else. But in WWE, she was a big pioneer.
And it was fun to see that little run of her fighting the men, and her matches with Chris Jericho weren't like the worst thing you saw. They were.
Jeff Jarrett was actually she won the IC title.
Yeah, that was Jarrett's last match in WWF so far. He hasn't gone back since, and that was his last match. Was that what was that Homemaker match? I forget the exact title of it.
Yes.
But anyway, Chyna has tons of problems, but that era of WWE,
she really did. She was.
It's not like I really have an issue. Anyway, for the theme. This theme's a 7. It's campy, and if you were watching wrestling at that time, you know the lyrics to this, and don't tell me you weren't singing along to these lyrics.
Yeah, I'll agree. We're right on it today, 7. But don't do me like a woman, don't do me like a man, don't do me like you no more. You leave me for who and what I am.
That would be awesome if Metallica.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, let's hit the button.
Hold on. You're gonna wait. We'll hit the button after these messages.
Tired of getting sunburned? Afraid of harmful skin cancer? Then fear no more with new Seamus Sunblock with an SPF of 576. Our experts have proven that it blocks all UVA rays, UVB rays, and the recently discovered UVC rays. So if you don't want skin cancer, and I know you don't, get some Seamus Sunblock right now. Brought to you by the makers of Zack Ryder's Woo 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 O's You Know It O's. Not to be used on dogs or goldfish, harmful if used more than once a year.
So that was Chris Sabin's Hail Sabin theme TNA.
Gotta love it.
That's an awesome theme.
It's interesting. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on in it, as every TNA theme does, because they figure, if you put so much out there, then it'll eventually be cool.
And if you listen to it, there's a lot of similarities to One Winged Angel, the song from Final Fantasy VII Sephiroth's theme.
Isn't he a big video
Chris
game
Sabin is a huge video game player and is a big Final Fantasy fan.
Sweet.
So that's kind of why they came up with it. But Chris Sabin, I had no idea who he was until I was watching his old TNA pay-per-view, weekly pay-per-views. He came on the scene and I was blown away.
Chris Sabin's good.
I've always liked him. I huge tag team with Alex Shelley. I love them together. They're very funny. And they're very good in the ring. And just the only thing that will always hurt them is size. But TNA has done a very good job of keeping them steady and strong, even with size being the factor.
Well, I think, with the way our wrestling is, eventually size won't matter.
It's going to not have to.
And I mean, WWE can throw out all these big guys that they want to, but eventually, they just won't be good enough.
Yeah.
Because the fans will want something else.
I mean, wrestling in general has shrunk some, but eventually it's going to have to shrink even more than it already has.
So what are you giving this thing?
This is a 7 for me. I like this theme a lot.
I want to give it a 6. It's not one of my favorites, but I'll definitely, it's a good theme. I like it. But I just like to yell Hell Sabin a lot. Every chance I get, I yell Hell Sabin. Every chance I get.
I'm sure you do.
When I go to an indie show, Hell Sabin. When I go to church, Hell Sabin. I don't go to church.
I was going to say, what church are you going to sing Hell Sabin?
After this, goes off, it's going to be Hell Sabin.
Hail Sabin?
Yep.
Hail Sabin.
Hail Sabin.
So anyway, that's going to wrap up this edition of Wrestle Theme Reviews. I'm Corn Shack.
And I'm Hail Sabin!
We'd like to thank you for watching. Of course, we hope you enjoyed.
See you next Hail Sabin!
Hail Sabin.
Hail Sabin.